Is the internet good? Cheryl is here, Lynn is here, Ron is here, everyone is here. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this new live session featuring the Thermocook. Today we're going to be doing a super easy bread recipe that you can do like at home in just a couple of minutes. Like the rest time is a couple of hours, but that's fine. Like it's really easy. You don't have to knead it with your hands. You've got the Thermocook. It'll be kneading everything together. So welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm sure we're going to enjoy this live session, and I'm waiting for all of your comments. If you've got any questions, please do let me know in the comments, and let's get started. So, as usual, I've got the 10-inch screen over here, and I want to start with okay, for today I have instant yeast instead of, like, next time we're going to be using the bread riser. We're going to be doing our bread riser. But for today, we're going to be using the instant yeast. So let's get to the machine. And so this is a super easy recipe. I've got my notes over here. I'm going to be sharing a lot of notes. So, so I've got the flour, the water, the instant yeast, and salt. This is how easy it is, like a very easy recipe. And first, I'm going to be adding the water right inside the bowl. I just want to okay. So I'm going to be adding 325 grams of room temperature water inside the bowl. So let's go to the weighing function on the Thermocook. So automatic programs and weighing, and I want to make sure it's 325 grams. When it comes to dough making, I prefer like all the ingredients to be real specific, like real, not more, not less. So it calls for 325, and this is 325, 26. Okay, that's fine. 1 gram is okay. And I want to add 2 teaspoons of instant yeast. Now, remember, this is an easy recipe, so instant yeast would work just fine. So 1 teaspoon and 2 teaspoons. And for this, we're going to need the kneading function, the kneading tool, like the kneading paddle. I will get to all of your comments just in a second and close the lid. And we want the yeast to start working. So let's go to the manual cooking. And temperature, let's put it at 40 degrees for just 3 minutes, speed 1, and start. We want to activate our yeast. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for, I'm seeing a lot of comments. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Hello, my machine arrived yesterday and I made Greek chicken meatballs for tea tonight. Wow, it was delicious. Yum, 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 yum. Did you like steam the meatballs or just cook it directly inside of the bowl? Hello, Tony. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Swan Reach, Victoria. Nice. Southwestern of Western Australia, north of... Oh, a lot of comments. Queensland. Also Queensland. New South Wales. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining. Adelaide, South Australia, New Zealand. Wow, wow, wow. You are all over the world, like all over Australia and New Zealand. Welcome, everyone. So I've got some steamed them nice. I love, like when I do the meatballs, I love to steam the meatballs and then add them back to the sauce and mix all together. So that's Fionn. Hello, hey, 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 Fionn. Marie, you're here. Thank you for joining. Welcome. So I've got some tips around the bread, honestly, but I kept all of my notes on the tablet. I'm going to read them out because I don't want to forget anything. So I just want to give you all of my notes. So first, we're starting by activating the yeast. We've got instant yeast, 2 teaspoons, 325 grams of room temperature water. We put them in the thermocook, and instead of like keeping it for a couple of minutes, like in a cup for the yeast to get active, we just use the thermocook for that. Just like when we do the bread, like knead the bread, we keep it inside the bowl to proof the bread. I just want to make sure because it's, I don't know if you can see me well. Is it like good? Can you see me well? Because on my end, it's not working so fine. So I just want to see if you guys are okay with how you can see me. So just put it for 3 minutes. And after that, we'll keep it for a couple of, like again, for another 2 minutes. Thank you, Froothie. Thank you, Froothie. I don't know, like, so there's something wrong over here. I have my own starter. Could I use this? Of course. And this is what I wanted to make, like initially. But honestly, like I wanted to do it with you guys. So I think in the next session, next week, we're going to be making some cinnamon rolls. And in the cinnamon rolls live session, we're going to be doing our own starter. Ron, yes. Okay. Happy you're seeing me well. I can see myself. That's fine. So look what's happening. We're just having the yeast, it's getting active. So the temperature 40 is perfect to activate the yeast. Now this recipe is really easy. Okay, so I'm going to be doing like 500 grams of flour. So I've got 500 grams of flour and 10 grams of salt, 2 teaspoons of yeast, and 325 grams of water. I'm going to be sharing this recipe and all of the other recipes. Like you can find them in the live section on Froothie TV YouTube channel. Under each video, the first pinned comment would be the recipe. And for this recipe, I'm going to be adding it to the Thermocook recipe library. It's going to be under my name. So let's keep it for a couple of minutes just to make sure the yeast is active. So, looks fine from here, Ryan. Thank you, Tammy. Perfect. Okay, it's something from my end. See you clear, yay. So yeah, I'll be sharing this recipe as I've said, and I'm going to be sharing a lot of recipes. Like as I've said last time with the new app, there's plenty of new recipes, and I can assure you, you've got over 60 recipes for breads and dough and like all of these like flour baking recipes. So we've got more than 60 recipes. Now let's go again to the weighing function on the Thermocook, and you can just click on this over here, like the right one over here on top, and you'll directly get to the weighing function. Ryan, can this be made gluten-free? Yes, of course. It can be definitely made gluten-free flour, and also like again, with the new app, with the new recipes, you've got over 100 recipes of gluten-free recipes, main dishes, side dishes, so and of course like baking. So you've got over 100 recipes for gluten-free. Okay, let's get back. I want to add the flour. So I need 500 grams of flour, and I'll just let you know which kind of flour I'm using and which one is best. So let's put in 500 grams. And just a bit more. And that's $4.99, and that's 500. And I want to just add a pinch of salt. And let's close the lid again. And this is how easy it is to make bread in the Thermocook. You don't need to knead it with your hand. You don't need any accessories. Just put everything inside the bowl. And let's go back, slide to the knead dough function, and hit start. That's it. It's going to run for 3 minutes, and the temperature, the temperature, of course, it's at 0, but the speed would go up and down till you get the perfectly kneaded dough. I did ask earlier, but you may have missed it. I am after gluten-free options. Yes, I will give you okay, on the Froothie TV YouTube channel, under the live section, under this video, I'm gonna have a gluten-free alternative recipe, so you'll have it there. Plus, like as I've said, on the new app, you'll have 100 plus new recipes for gluten-free. After using the steaming basket, I used the auto clean function, but the machine didn't like it and kept giving me an error message. So I assume the auto clean is just to be used for the bowl and blade. Yes, 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 of course. Like the auto clean function is, oops, the phone fell. Okay. The auto clean function is only for the bowl and for the blades, correct. So if you have the kneading blades inside, or the butterfly whisk inside, or the multifunctional blades, you can use the auto clean preset function. So yes. So I just want to give you some tips, and let me just check my notes. Okay, so I'm using white bread flour, which has 11 to 13% of protein. And why? Because higher protein creates more gluten, which gives like better rise. It works better, like it gives you a fluffy texture. Like it's kind of like a bakery style bread. So I always use flour with 11 to 13% protein. And low protein plain flour makes bread crumbly, dense, and flatter. So, so if you like always use a bit of high protein, 11-13% is perfect for like this. We're doing like a normal loaf today, but then again, like if you want to do like the starter, you might want to be using even a higher protein flour. And excellent on guilt-free, yes. Okay, now the type 00 flour, the one we used last time for the ravioli, works also perfect. As it's more like for focaccia breads or like the artisan doughs, you use the 00, the 00 flour. And sorry. Okay, and I want to just give you a tip around the dough. Like if it's a bit sticky or a bit wet, honestly, this makes the bread even fluffier and lighter. So you might think it's not well cooked or it needs more flour. Honestly, don't add a lot of flour. Like the sticky dough would make a very fluffy end result. So this is why, like, don't add more flour. Sometimes, like for this recipe, it calls for 500 grams of flour and 250 grams of water. That's it. Like, don't add flour. Even if it's a bit sticky, it will be really good like for the end result. And I will just show you the end result in a bit. Did you just say you can do sourdough bread? Yes, of course. Of course, you can do sourdough bread. And in our next live session, like the one on, I think next week, it's on Wednesday, we're going to be doing cinnamon rolls. And at the same time, we're going to be doing like doing the starter for our sourdough next time. And so in June, we'll be doing the sourdough bread. So let's check what happened, how it's perfectly kneaded. Look at that. You see how it's formed? And let me check the texture. You see how it's not sticky? So this is like the best recipe, honestly. It's perfect. And it's a bit like hot, so it's not sticky. I love it. Haha. I'm so happy with my result. And like now, for example, you have to proofread it for, proof the bread. So you just, how you can proof the bread is by closing the lid and just placing it, keeping it over here for around an hour and a half or 2 hours, or even like overnight would be perfect. Just make sure before you sleep, just open the lid and check where it's at, because it might just overflow. So even like you can have the lid open and have it inside with a tablecloth or something on top, just to make sure it doesn't overflow. So it's gonna like double in size or even triple in size after a couple of hours, which would be like perfect for our dough. And afterwards we can like you just remove it from the bowl, and it would be a bit sticky on the sides, but that's okay because when you remove it from the bowl it won't stay sticky, so all the dough would just rise with you, so it won't get stuck to the bowl. So, and afterwards you just might want to just knead it a bit with your hand and put it in this one, if you've got this like this bowl, or if not, just in a normal bowl, and put it, like cover it with a cloth and keep it for another 1 hour before you bake it in the oven. And when you bake it in the oven, you just want to bake it for like 22 to 25 minutes and at 250 degrees Celsius. So high temperature, 250 degrees Celsius for 22 to 25 minutes. And of course, you want to egg wash the bread from like the upper side. Let me just show you. I want to remove the bread. So it's a bit sticky, which is totally perfect. And I want to place it inside the bowl. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sharing the whole process on the Thermocook Adventures group on Facebook, because it needs like 2 hours or like even more to to proof the bread and to make it rise in size. And you might be afraid like it's a bit sticky. Nope, it's not that much sticky. It's perfect. The stickier, the fluffier the bread you'll have. The more you add flour, the dry and heavy bread you'll end up with. With the Pro 2.0, will the recipe be the same? Yes, because the 2.0 also has a large jug. I think it's around 2.2 liters, so it's perfect. You can do this like the whole recipe in, because it has 500 grams of flour. And on the 2.0 also, you've got the kneading function. I think you have it for 500 grams and for 800 grams. So you just go for the setting of the 500 grams. And like whenever you want to bake it, I use this tray. And like, because if you don't have a cast iron tray, you can use this one. And if you have the cast iron tray, it would be like perfect. First, you close the lid of it and you place it in the oven for 250. And the last 10 minutes, you just open the lid. Sorry, I missed a message. It won't stick if you lightly wet your hands when removing the dough. Yes, you can wet your hands, or you can just put a little bit of olive oil. That's totally okay and fine. So it's easier for you when you want to play with the dough. I have a cast iron baker's dish with a cover. Do you recommend baking it covered or uncovered for the recipe? Okay, perfect, like amazing, that's perfect. You can, like for 25 minutes, if you're baking it for 25 minutes, just have the lid over there for the first 15 minutes, and the last 10 minutes, just open the lid. And with the egg wash, or with the, you can put some cream on top, like a heavy cream or butter, and you'll end up having like the best bread. I definitely want to do the sourdough in it next week. Really, we're gonna be doing it. No worries. We will definitely be doing this. Okay. Make sure when you wanna bake it, your oven is set to above 230 degrees. So 250 is amazing, but make sure you don't start with the, like, preheat your oven. It should be really hot, so 250 degrees, and then you place the bread inside. And here's like an amazing tip. If you want the dough to to be super moist and soft while it's baking in the oven, and if you don't have a convection oven, which most of us don't have, you just open the oven and throw inside some ice cubes. And I always have a tray with water inside, so the bread would be always like you've got steam inside. Just a small tray with water. I've got water inside, and it's gonna it's gonna make the bread moist and nice and soft and fluffy. And just every like 2-3 minutes, if you want like the perfect bread, just open the oven and throw in a handful of ice cubes, and it's gonna evaporate and keep like the steam inside of the oven, which would give you some like extremely great results for your bread. And if you want like to add sugar onto the recipe, like half a teaspoon of sugar would be also like really great for the yeast to activate. It will like give it a push in activating. Are bread tins with lids okay? Yes, of course. Yeah, you can definitely use it. Like you can use any tray. Like you see, mine is really simple. I don't have like a sophisticated tray, but like if you have the bread tins, it would be great. I do my sourdough. Is it in it now? I do the first part in it up this stretch and folds, then do the rest in a glass bowl to keep an eye on the rice. Yeah, exactly. Like you can definitely, like with the Thermocook, you can just do it inside of the bowl, add the sourdough and all the ingredients to do the sourdough inside the bowl, and just, if it rises a lot, just remove the lid and cover it with a cloth, and it's gonna be perfect. Like I highly recommend, honestly, you proof the bread inside of the bowl. It's really easy. Don't drop cold water on the door. The glass will break. Yeah, of course. Like be careful not to put on the door, of course. But just like the downside of the oven, just throw some ice cubes. It would give the dough, the bread, a really crusty texture, and from the inside it's gonna be real soft and moist. I do sourdoughs. Just a second, sorry. Okay, I do sourdough, but I have to admit it's so easy by hand with stretch and folds and no real kneading required, so I don't use my thermo for this. Try using the Thermocook for this, really. Like, because, okay, it's stretch and fold, I get it, but really try using the Thermocook. Like, even if it's not that hard with your hands, the Thermocook makes it even easier. You just place all the ingredients inside and you'll end up having a perfect dough. So really, Tammy, really like try it with the Thermocook. Now, some of you might want to add milk. I wanted to add milk, but I just kept it like a normal, simple recipe. So if you add milk, it's going to give you a richer flavor, even like a golden color of the bread. So that's totally okay to add milk, or even you can add yogurt. Sometimes I add yogurt instead of water. I'm going to be sharing a lot of recipes to the Thermocook Adventures group, like where you can add yogurt instead of water, and you'll end up having an even like really nice bread texture. It all depends on the texture at the end of the bread. So ingredients are like whatever you put in the ingredients will end up, you'll end up having like the better quality of the bread. Now I baked the bread in the morning, so let me show you this recipe. I let it rest for around 3 hours, and then I made the, like I baked it, and I have it over here. It's a bit still hot. Remember, it's a very like simple and basic recipe of bread. So if you're a new timer, like if it's the first time you're doing bread, this is like the easy recipe. And this is, and I want to just cut it to see how soft it is. You see how soft? I don't know if you can like feel the softness, but it's really soft. It's really soft and nice. So if you're a new timer, I highly recommend you try this recipe. And it tastes really good, by the way. I'm gonna taste it. Really soft, yum. And I kept it in the oven for like around 25 minutes. So it's perfectly cooked. Sorry, I'm missing all of the comments. Sorry, Marina, just a second. Okay. How are we going to do the sourdough? Are we doing the starter too? Isn't it takes at least 7 days to do the starter? Yes. So this is why next week we're gonna start, like we're gonna do the starter, and we're gonna feed it for like 7 to 14 days, and we're gonna be doing the sourdough after 14 days. So in like mid-June to end of June, we'll end up having the starter, and we're gonna be doing the sourdough. It looks great, Sonia. It really looks great. Like it's really fluffy and. It's still a bit hot, by the way. So it's an easy recipe. Yum, yeah. I love it. Cheryl, oops, and there it is. Yeah, I always like want to show you the end result of what we're doing. I know like bread is super tricky. It needs a lot of proofing time. So like first we kneaded it. We just let it proof to double or triple its size for around 2-3 hours or even overnight. And then when you want to like fold again with your hand, let it rest for another 1 hour or 1.5 hours before putting it in the oven. I started the starter for the first time on Saturday, waiting for it to be ready to bake with. Amazing. I'll be doing it next week. And honestly, I'm super excited for the experience. I think it's going to be a lot of fun having the starter. So yeah, next week we're going to be doing the starter. It needs around 7 to 14 days because it's starting to get like hot over here. And later on we'll be doing the sourdough, and we're going to be doing some bagels with the starter and a lot of recipes. It looks beautiful. I can almost smell it. Honestly, like the place, it smells like the good French pastry place. So easy, yes, really, like it is so easy. It is so easy, and you can enjoy it with jam, with ham and cheese, like sandwiches. You can, like, for kids, to schools, I love it. My starter is around 2 years old now. Wow! Oh my God, I want. Just send me a bit. And you can like freeze it. Do you have it like parts of it in the freezer, or just have it over there? It's like you should be doing something each week with it. What ingredients do we need for the sourdough, please? I'm gonna be like, for the starter, it's just high protein flour with water, and we're gonna be feeding it for 7 to 14 days. But for the sourdough, I'm gonna, like, it's really easy as well. I'm gonna be adding the recipe also to the Thermocook Adventures group, and maybe we'll be cooking together next time. Pumpkin sourdough bagels are amazing. Yum. Pumpkin. Never thought of that, honestly, for bagels. Tammy, send me the recipe. Waiting for the recipe. Salt, water, and flour. Yeah. Hi, Mira. Thank you for joining. So next week, we're going to be doing the starter. Yum, Tammy. Exactly, Tammy. I think we all want your recipe. I keep it in the fridge, then bring it out and feed it to bake once a week. Exactly, like you should be doing something at least once a week with it. And wow, for years. I really want some. I'm a sourdough homesteader, done homestead. Sorry, what's that? I knew it. I have some great sourdough recipes. We want the bagel one with the pumpkin. I want it now. Send it to me now. Hi, I'm here. Hello. Welcome. Have you just joined or were you here from the start? Did you see the bread? I'm going to show off my bread today. Look how nice it is and soft. And it's crispy from the outside. By the way, I didn't egg wash it. I just put some butter on top. You're such a great presenter for Fruity. Do you have your new spatula yet? Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Honestly, like I love what I'm doing. I really want you guys to enjoy thermocooking and the whole thermocook experience, and to like I want to show you how you can make some things easier around the kitchen. And honestly, with the thermocook, it's really easy. I'm feeling my starter tonight. Sourdough pizza is great too. Yeah. Like Tammy, did you like start doing it now, like the starter, or is it like continuously from previous months? Looks great. I don't know if I'm missing some of your comments. I'm trying to keep up with all of them. I know like the need like the dough experience that we're gonna have starting June. I'm honestly a bit like I wanted to I want to show you like what you can do, like cinnamon rolls, bagels, pumpkin bagels. So I'm really excited for the starter. And I think we also do sourdough pizza bases. I freeze the dough. Yeah. Honestly, like pizza base with sourdough is incredible. Even the ciabatta bread. I love ciabatta bread with the starter. I got my starter from a local Italian sourdough baker about 5 years ago, so I have done sourdough 5 years now. No way. Do you do like each week or like do you bake something every week? Honestly, I wish I had the time for this. Like really, I wish I had the time to do like sourdoughs, cinnamon rolls. I love cinnamon rolls, and we're gonna be doing it next week. Exactly, Tammy. You should be here, Tammy. Like, just join our live session next week. Yep, once or twice. Yum. Okay, don't join our live sessions. Just bake some things and send us over. Like, send the whole team, the whole group, the Thermocook Adventures group, are waiting for Tammy's delivery sourdough. I'm guilt-free, but I'm okay with my sourdough. Ah, nice. You know, sourdough is really like it's healthier. It's really healthy. I make sourdough bread too. Wow. And someone does alfajores, and we're gonna be doing them in some next live sessions. Are you interested in alfajores? Have you done this before? Let me just cover the. just sprinkle it a bit with some flour. And I'm gonna cover it with a cloth. And honestly, because I've removed it from the bowl, I'll just keep it in the oven. Of course, the oven is not on. And I will show you like how in a few hours I will share a picture on the Thermocook Adventures group. Sorry, that's what I meant. I'm a home baker. I make sourdough and traditional for 2 years now. Wow, wow. Everyone, so you guys like bake a lot there. Wow. Sourdough bread is more digestible. Yeah, exactly. It's healthier, it's more digestible, and like even I love sourdough, honestly, for sandwiches. I'm having so much fun in this live session. And of course, as I've said, the recipe will be there on the Froothie TV YouTube channel. If you've missed any of the other live sessions, just go to the Froothie TV YouTube channel under the live section, and you'll end up having all the live sessions, and all recipes from the live sessions will be on the Thermocook application. And of course, highly recommend you join the Thermocook Adventures group, where all of these beautiful people that are sharing today are there. And yep, so I think that's it for today. Thank you everyone for joining. I hope it was a bit helpful. Like I know we're gonna have a lot of fun in the next month with our sourdough making and the starter. Thank you everyone for joining, and I will see you in the next live session next week. See you next time. Bye-bye.